Hi again, it's Rahena, and we are playing more of Gakuen Heaven 2. Though, to be honest, this time we're not really playing at all. I just thought it would be a good idea to go over the menus and stuff a little bit again before jumping into the next route to show you how to find the things that you'll be unlocking as you play through the game yourself. So, first tab is to start from the beginning, so we'll be selecting that when we want to play with Joker again. Then there's continue, and you'll have all your saves as usual. This menu, which is this and that is where all the really special stuff for this game is held. All the bonus things that are exclusive to this game itself, rather than just kind of typical visual novel stuff. So we'll look at that second, actually. This fourth tab actually, is extras. And these are all the expected extras that you would see in a game. So we have the CG list, and I'm going to click through it really quickly to avoid spoilers, but just open it up here. You can click on the picture that you want. So here's one from Tomo's route, since we've already completed it. And you can click through to see all the variations as well. And it'll close back up. You can click the next one. And it's nothing super special, you can just review the CGs that you've already collected. And the nice thing is that it will show you how many variations exist for each. That's the number on the bottom right of each picture, and it'll show 9 out of 9 or however many out of whatever. And some of the CGs you get all of them just by playing through once, and others you have to work a little harder on, especially in things where there's a CG and you have options to ask people questions and things like that. You really need to make sure you choose all the options at some point, and the easiest way to do that is to choose all the wrong options first, and then just use the handy back button in the upper right corner of the dialogue screen to go back to the previous choice. Just play through them all until you're ready to actually hit the correct choice, and that way you will collect all the CGs for the scene, which makes it easier. If you want to get all the super bonus stuff in this game, you have to collect every single CG, every single ending, every little bit of everything. So I actually ran into a problem with that because I had one CG that I couldn't get all the parts from, and it was because I just hadn't been careful enough in checking all the dialogue that went with a particular scene. So we've got the CG list. There's a scene list, so as you complete the scenes for the different characters, you will collect their scenes, and I think you can even watch them from here, but I'm not going to click on any of these now. As you can see, there's 3 pages, so there's a chunk for each character. I won't show you the last page because there's a spoiler there. In here, there's the music collection, and most of these will be available from the beginning, but these on the end here, the opening and ending of the game, will not be available until you finish certain things. And I think the full version of the opening song is not unlocked until you finish every damn thing in the game. But if you own the game, which you should, it's on the soundtrack that came as a bonus with the pre-order of the first printing. So, I mean, yeah, they've got it all locked up in here, but if you have the soundtrack, which you'll have if you pre-ordered this game, then you can just rip it from the CD and listen to it whenever you want. Take that. Over here we have the ending list, so this is just a text listing of all the different endings in the game, and they're color-coded per character, so the one we got for Tomo was number 16, so you can see there's 2 that are in that green color, so there are 2 endings for Tomo. Other characters have 3 endings. So there's different variations depending on what you get here. Endings 20, 21, and 22 are actually not real endings. Those are the losses in the different, either in Blackjack with Joker, which is 20, or if you lose the first round of the bell one, that's 21, or if you lose the second round of the bell one, that's 22. And like I said, you can't lose the third round of the bell one. By the time you get there, you've played through the game correctly, and you can't lose. Actually, I don't think this game has any failure endings. The original Gakuen Heaven does have failure endings. If you play through incorrectly, and you get to the first round of the MVP battle, it can be unwinnable. And I found that out the hard way because I was playing through and I was using someone's walkthrough and it was wrong. And I kept trying and trying and trying. I was like, I gotta catch more of these stupid hamsters so I can get past this first round of the MVP battle. And it was just impossible because my partner refused to cooperate with me because I hadn't chosen the right options for him. So he was like, nope, not gonna help you. But this game, fortunately, does not do that to you. I mean, I haven't really tried to mess it up so badly that you can't win, but I think no matter what happens, there's certain characters who will always pair with you in the Bell one, like Kuya is one of them. He will always say yes, even if you haven't been pursuing him, so you can hop right onto his character route whenever you want. It's no problem. And you notice the endings 23 and 24 hanging out underneath the lost endings. That's because they're the endings for the special secret character hiding out over there. So you can't get those immediately either. This tab here is the voice collection. So as you're playing the game, there's a little star in the upper right corner of the dialogue screen. And if you click that, you can save the character voice that's played for whatever dialogue's displayed there, and you can save it for later. So if you have a particular scene that just seems funny, or you like the line, or whatever it is, you can save up to 100 of them in here and play them back later. And you can lock them with this little button, so you won't, you can't drag them around or delete them by mistake. And if you unlock it, you can shift them around on the list, or you can drag them to the garbage. So it'll save the character voice just as is with no background music, so you can just listen to it, perfectly cleanly. And that was Okaken having some sort of spaz about God knows what. That's Yuki being all love. So there's that. And then also under here you can review all the different mails that you've received from different characters in the game. But those aren't very exciting. Then there's the this and that menu, which is where all the extra stuff for the game itself, this specific game. Because under extras over here, this is all the kind of typical stuff that you would see in just about any visual novel. Most modern games will have these kind of choices. I mean, they might not have the mail or the voice collection, but of course you'll have CG list and usually a scene list and a sound test, things like that. These are things that are specific to this game. So I don't know if this first tab is here to begin with. I think it is, but we're not going there. That's the secret character.
ここではみんながお話の中でどう思ってたのかわかります。
So these are extra stories
読みますか?
that you can collect for each character, and I think you get them after completing every ending for each character, and you can see an extra scene with each person where they will tell you their own thoughts in their own words of some particular thing that happened during the character route. So usually we're playing from Yuki's point of view. We're seeing everything through his eyes. So he'll say a lot of I do this and I do that. This way you get to see the actual character's thoughts about something that happened. I think it's usually something that happened during the route. I mean, it could be for some of them that it's something that happened in their past also. I don't quite remember. I haven't looked at these in a while. But everybody gets one. Well, except the secret character. Then there are 3 bonus scenes that are unlocked only after you finish every blessed thing in the game. So you have to get all the CGs, you have to get all the scenes from that scene list, and you have to get all the endings. Once everything's complete, the game is considered complete, and then you can see these extra bonus scenes, and you can see each one involves a certain set of characters, and you'll get a few extra CGs for these as well. And the picture you see is kind of a preview of what's going on there. So these are all 3 of these are cute, funny stories. And then the last tab here, these are Keita's special scenes, and it's Professor Ito's precious person. You get 10 of them, one for each character in the original Gakuen Heaven that he could hook up with. And these are all very sweet, but again, they are not voiced, so it can be kind of hard to understand them if you can't read them easily. And it's a little sad that they're not voiced. So I'm just a tiny bit disappointed about that, because it would have been really nice to have the voice there. But again, as you play through the game, depending on the character route that you're on, you can get keys that will unlock these little bonus scenes for you, which are very nice. They're all really sweet. So there's that. All right, so I guess what I want to say here is to talk a little bit about the choices that I'm making about what order to play through this game in. There is a recommended play order officially from Spray, and what they recommend is to play early on, to play Tomo and Kuya. Then around the middle of the game to play Joker, Chiba, and Arata. And then late in the game to play Takato and Sonoda. And the very final character you should play is the secret character. And they recommend that at any time you can play Yagami. So I'm going to play through the game in this order instead when I play. I'm going to play Tomo. Then I'm going to play Joker. I'm going to play the person who is unlocked by playing both Tomo and Joker. Then I'm going to play the secret character. And then from there, I'll go through the remaining boys and kind of just whoever I feel like playing at the time, because they all have a connection to the main story. You do get some interesting information about the happenings at the school with each character that you play with, but the remaining 5 guys don't have as much information. So those are Chiba, Arata, Kuya, Takato, and Yagami. They're all wonderful, excellent characters. Highly recommend sticking around for the full playthrough of everyone, because it's very worth it. If you were playing this game on your own, weren't watching a Let's Play, wanted to get the full experience, as it were, I would recommend this play order. I would play Tomo first, because his story is going to be partially spoiled no matter what you do. Then I would play Kuya. A very sweet story. Adds a little bit of information about Ninosuke, the previous student council president, plus just a lot. Oh my god, I love Kuya. Then I would say play Arata to kind of counterbalance the sweetness of Kuya's route. Arata's is a bit heavy. It's a little sad. It's a tough one. You need to reward yourself with something cute after that, but it's well worth it. Next, I would say Chiba. Chiba is, I know from the little bit that you've seen of him so far, he seems kind of like a flat character, doesn't talk much. He is definitely the strong silent type, but he has a very interesting backstory, and he is just so sweet. He's a very sweet boy. I know he doesn't look it, he doesn't act it, but he's a sweetheart. He's really one of the nicest boys, personality wise. Then I would recommend playing Yagami. I like the idea of playing him kind of toward the middle of your playthroughs, because he's really unexpected. You expect him to be the tough, bad boy character. He's got the guitar, he likes the death metal, he's got the spiky red hair and all this stuff, talks really rough, wears random boots, right? But he is also a very sweet character, and a lot different than you would expect. Plus his story is hilarious. His interactions with Yuki are so funny. I can't tell you why, I can't tell you exactly what makes them hilarious, but believe me, I was just in tears laughing a few times watching his story, because it's just so funny. Then after that, the last quote-unquote unimportant character, but everyone in this game is important, you should play every single character, but the last character who is not required to unlock something to get the full story of the game, I would recommend playing Takato. His story is more serious, so it's a good follow-up for Yagami. He's also a very adultish kind of character, he can be hard to understand. He speaks very kind of prim and proper and can be difficult to understand. He's going to be a tough one for me to play through because I usually can't just wing it with him because of the formality of his speech, and just his word choices make him hard for me to understand. From there, I would play Joker because he is the character who is required to unlock the next character, which is Sonora. I love Sonora. Oh my god. Joker and Sonora, oh my god. I'm going to be playing Joker next, so you'll get to see how amazing he is. He's just amazing. I love Joker. I just finished playing through his entire route and typing up all of my notes for him, so I am coming fresh off the Joker high, right? He is like how awesome you expect him to be from what you've seen in Tomo's route. It's that and a whole lot more. He is great. He's one of the, I say this about everybody, but he's like one of the most awesome characters in this game. I love Joker a lot, and his backstory, his secret is very interesting. Then we move on to Sonora. God, I can't even say anything about Sonora because that would be a lot of spoilers. He really is. I think out of the students, he's my favorite. You know, aside from Yuki, obviously, but of the students that Yuki knows at the school, I think Sonora is my favorite. I love his personality. He's very sarcastic. He's very snippy, and I can kind of relate to that. I like that a lot. And then from Sonora, if you were playing yourself, I would then go from Sonora and then play the secret character who is unlocked after you finish Sonora's story, and that will round out the full story of the game. I do have to say though, if you're like really going for the quick and dirty, like if you want to replay just to refresh your memory of everything in the game, you could very easily go Tomo, Joker, Sonora, secret character, and be done with it. And honestly, if you played Tomo and then the secret character, one right after the other, that is probably a damn good understanding of the game and everything that's happening if you've decided you want to replay after a while of not playing the game and just kind of go through and remind yourself of the full story again. So there you have it, my super boring recommendations for everything. That's my gushing and happiness about everything that's going on here. I mean, these boys are all wonderful. They're all well worth exploring and having fun with, and you know, as you watch these Let's Plays, you'll get the benefit of everything being unlocked already, so you don't have to sit there and deal with the nonsense of, oh, I need to make sure I get all the different endings. Like I have to get the good ending with the character, the love ending, and then you have to get the friendship ending, and then there might be some other kind of ending, you know, for a few of the characters and all that other kind of stuff. You don't have to deal with that. I can show you everything in this game without having to bore you with friendship endings. I mean, some of the friendship endings are cute. Sonora's friendship ending is adorable. But there's so little difference from the love ending to the friendship ending. It really is just the very end of the game that changes. And I don't know. I mean, maybe some of them I'll cover. I'll probably do Arata's friendship ending because, well, I can't even say, but yeah, it's there's a lot of impact if you watch that one. That one will really hit you in the feels. So, well, this is my little rest video between Tomo and Joker. Next time I post a video, it will be the beginning of Joker's route. And I will actually be kind of skipping most of the common route in that one because there's so little difference in the choices that you make. There are a few scenes that are very different, and I will definitely be sure to record those and include them in Joker's playthrough, but basically we're going to start right with pairing up with Joker in the Belt one because it's just not worth having hours and hours of stuff or forcing you to watch me skip through things and try to remember where to stop, where things are different and stuff like that. Plus, everyone's in it for the real story of what's going on with Joker, right? We already know what's going on at the school, so there's no need to to waste a lot of time with that. So hopefully this wasn't too boring. A big old discussion of menu options and recommended playthrough order. But next time I will see you, and we will be going after that cute and crazy boy with the eye patch and the gun. So I'll see you next time.